So, a very disingenuous headline, I would say. The end of Haiti 20 mile per hour speed limit in Wales. Roads revert to 30 miles per hour as Transport Minister reveals even his own family have signed a 500,000 strong petition against the scheme. But then, within about a sentence or two, goes on to say, yeah, they'll be rolling it back on some roads. Yeah? Now, nobody could disagree that slowing down outside, for example, schools is a very good thing. After all, it's the right thing to do. Absolutely. But so many other roads, come on, because people are more focused on their speedometer than they are on the road. And let's face it, they're also in a lower gear, higher revs, all the rest of it. It actually causes more emissions. Yeah? And they did stats since, about 2011, that basically proved that there was more chance of accidents, and many of them fatal, obviously, yeah? No, none of this was about anything other than discouraging people to be in cars, to have some sort of independent way of getting about from A to B, and let's not forget, also an asset, yeah? And of course, if you're wanting one of the many ways to get people from being and enjoying a more rural environment to be, well, drawn into cities, well, lack of work. Now, people have noticed in Wales that many tradespeople, that their ability to meet the demands of several clients was curtailed because within the time frame of their normal working hours, it meant that they were visiting or could only visit less clients. Now, all of this they factored in. The think tanks have been very busy. I think where they screwed up, shall we say, was the speed of the rollout. Now, Scotland's learnt this, and they'll roll it out, but slower. and well, and I would say arguably, in certain areas, more densely packed with occultists that will sell this as the greatest thing since sliced bread, even although you only need to look to Wales to realise that that's not the case. Yeah? So, let's go to comments. As a Welsh resident, I'm incensed by the gross waste of taxpayers' money on this failed programme which has essentially gridlocked Wales. Millions spent on littering cul-de-sacs, tiny side roads with 20 mile per hour signs, all money that could have repaired roads or supported the shocking flagging Welsh NHS. Labour incompetence at its finest. Well, it really doesn't matter what flag they're or banner they're going under, Labour, Conservative, Greens, SNP, etc., etc. They're all part of the same networks. It's heads they win, tails you lose. That's basically it. Anyway, how does the 20 mile per hour help? I drive through villages with the reduced speed limit and see plenty of locals that don't adhere to the speed unless camera is there. Driving at night where there aren't pedestrians and still having 20 mile per hour limits, all it does is increase emissions as you are in that area for longer. Well, you are, and I'll repeat, it's the lower gears, and you're more focused on the speedo than you are on the road. Yeah? None of it is rocket science. None of it. Another one, travelling at 20 miles per hour rather than 30 requires a lower gear and therefore higher revs, which will not reduce pollution. They know all this. But it's about time people realise they're not working for us. That's basically it. Let's go back to some common sense. Yeah? Your thoughts, and I'll speak to you soon.